Hi, Jeff Ellsworth here with Exit Speed Swing. Thank you for tuning in. Late last week, I put a post on my social media asking athletes of all ages, in baseball and softball and slow pitch, what aspect of hitting do you have trouble with the most? And the most common theme that come back was the mental side of the game. And I get asked this question all the time: is there any specific tips, techniques, or drills that you do that got you through your long playing career with the national team? And years ago, it got explained to me through a traffic light analogy through Ken Revisa. Phenomenal mind when it comes to the mental aspect of the sport. So basically, he dimmed it down that if everything's going great in a game and maybe it just started, then your light is green. And then you're at the plate, maybe in the third inning with two runners on. Umpire calls a ball on the outside part of the plate, a strike that you know is a ball. So you give him the old stink eye, and then the ball comes in the next pitch and it's two ball widths outside, and then he calls it a strike again. So then your light goes from green to yellow. You're dealt a little bit of adversity. So basically, once it gets to yellow, you have two choices. Number one, you can let it go to red and spiral out of control and you're no good to anybody. Or number two is, how do you bring it back down and play in the green? And there's many tips and tricks and techniques out there that brings it back to green, but I just wanted to share a couple of mine here today. It was a combination of two different things, and before I get into the two of them, is as an athlete, when it was described to me in green, yellow, and red, is you have to have the ability as an athlete to understand and pick up on when your light goes from green to yellow. And using the traffic light analogy really helped me understand. So for me, it was a combination of two. It's just breathe, because sometimes whenever you're dealt a little bit of adversity and you start to get worked up, your heart rate elevates and you start gripping the bat a little tighter. And anyway, you just get all tense. So I found that the deep breathing, long inhale, exhale, really slow. And then that was combined with what's called change my channel. And basically my channel is a place where I go that's basically my happy place. And I do this exercise all the time when I do talks or do clinics. I get everyone to shut their eyes and they get to think of a time in their life that puts a smile on their face instantly. And 95% of the people, whenever they shut their eyes, within seconds they put a smile on their face, whether it be a test, whether it be a past sporting event, whether it be a family member. They have something in their brain that just brings joy to their life. For me, in 2008, when we played the Tri-Nation Series, we were playing Japan in the final, and anyway, we're in extra innings. Ian Fearman's on second base, and anyway, I hit a double off the wall and scored in. We win the game, and the place was packed. But whenever I touched second base and I turned and I looked towards the dugout, there's 16 other guys, and the coaches coming running out to celebrate. And one of the athletes actually got a hold of me and squeezed me so hard that I actually farted. And what you're doing right now with the laughing, that's exactly what was going on in my head all the time. So anytime I'm dealt any adversity, I get my breathing under control and I change my channel. Because if you don't change your channel, then you're automatically thinking of negative thoughts, and those are ants, automatic negative thoughts, and they're just going to crawl all over your head. But you can't think of two things at once. So if you replace the ants with your channel, then that's going to bring you back down to green. And I'd like to say it's a guarantee for success, but it's not. It's going to increase your chance of being successful. It's not a guarantee. So I just want to be straight there. So playing in the green is going to help you be more successful, and it's betterment for the team. I can't even begin to express how important the mental side of the game is. You can practice it at any time. You don't need to rent a gym. You don't need a partner, and so on and so forth. You can do it at any time of the day. And as you get older and you get into the workforce, and there's many opportunities that challenge your mental state. Years ago, Jim Murphy from BC, we were talking about this, and I had a hard time staying behind vehicles here in PEI, and the potato trucks and all this stuff that's all on the road, and we got two roads, one goes this way, one goes that way. And I used to get fired up whenever I was driving because I had a heavy foot. And he said, well, the next time you get behind a vehicle, really challenge yourself and go and change your channel and practice it over and over and over again. And it's like anything else. If you go to the gym and you work out 1 day a week, you're going to get 1 day a week results. If you work on the mental game 3, 4, 5 times a week, you're going to get the results that you're looking for, and your production is going to increase. So just to recap, just work on the mental side of the game, understanding when the green light turns to yellow. And there's lots of tips and tricks and techniques out there on the internet. I just wanted to share a couple of mine today that worked for me in the past. change your channel and just breathe. I hope you enjoyed it, and thanks for watching.